All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Look at this. I got something pretty special right over here. This is the Shirogorov F7. This is a full custom knife, as you can see from the screws, probably. Pretty expensive one, if you ask me. It's the cost of a car, so small car, yeah, but still the prices of these guys are like just skyrocketing. I need to say a huge thank to my buddy Guillaume for sending this fella along. Not many people would send this kind of thing to me, and just to open it up, guys. So yeah, I'm kind of sweating a little bit now, but I'm just gonna take it easy, really slow, and because I never opened a full custom up to this point, so let's do this. All right, so we got some special bits for the pivot. These are brass, and for the handle, so hopefully there's not going to be any damage. Don't want to damage anything, of course. I think I will start just by taking off the pivot like so. So I'm happy that I have these bits right over here. These are very hard to come by because, of course, there's a very limited number of these fellas. All right, so that is out. These are Sienkiewicz designed, Shirogorov made tools, and they are not magnetic, as you just saw. So, but they are soft, so there is no way to mar any risk, to mar anything. So just align this correctly, like so. Make sure it is in place, and very gently. Okay, you can undo that. Now I can just straighten this fella and make sure I align this correctly, like so, and very gently, keeping the handle pinched, I am pulling out this screw like so, because that is what keeps this together, right? So from this side, I'm just gonna release the lock and just wiggle the handle a little bit. Very gentle. I'm gonna grab this tool right over here, something made of hard plastic, just to kind of pry my way out right over here. So we are taking things like really slowly, right? So just like that, lifting a little bit the scale, separating it from the backspacer, and very gently opening up this beautiful thing. All right. We're gonna grab some tweezers right over here. These are all the roller bearings that we're gonna clean up, definitely, right? And we're gonna make it shine, all right? So that is one. This spacer is just incredible. I'm gonna check it out in a second. Here you are. These are the other rollers. There you go. Look at this bearing tracks right there. Okay, so we got pretty much everything out. Here we have our clip. Can just stay here. Alrighty, guys, so that is there. I'm just gonna grab some rubbing alcohol right over here, and I'm gonna start just cleaning up everything. It's the fun part. So something like that. All right, I'm just gonna start from the blade and just get rid of that thick what's the name of that slur? No, I don't know. I forgot. But the blade is done. All right, then we're gonna do same treatment for this scale right over there inside. Let's clean everything nicely. I don't know, Guillaume, what lube used it, and it was pretty dark. What came out of, I mean. So we are gonna give him a nice cleanup for sure. All right, let's check a couple things, guys. Look at that. That is the symbol for multi-row roller bearings, something that you don't really see that often. Here you also get to see some dual tone finish for the inside of the scales. You see that the flats are satin, and you have the anodized and blasted pockets. So, I mean, this is something truly, truly spectacular. Check out the ridge right over here for the backspacer indentation. That's just stunning. I mean, this is an old one. This is from 2017, and you can actually check the signature of Sergei right over here. So January 2017, already it was an excellence, right? So I'm just gonna use this just to blow some air. That is air blower from like a photography brand. I forgot, Giotto, yeah. Here we go. So we have that scale that is clean. We're going to do the same thing with the show side, like so. Keyed in pivot right there. Huge roller bearing track, which we just cleaned, like so. Actually, I realized that we're gonna have to clean also the back of that washer. So just grab a magnet. So some magnets like this in a plastic bag, they should do the trick. Like just you should be able to exactly, you know, like just pull this fella out of its place, and there's gonna be some tension because of the surface tension, of course, that's in the back. So just clean it out like so nicely. Remember the side, because there's one side that is clearly broken in and the other one is clearly new. So please don't put it on the other way around, right? So here we are just cleaning these tracks. So even the bearing tracks is anodized, guys. This level of finish is something truly remarkable. I mean, you can only appreciate this if you disassemble the knife. And honestly, I don't know how many people are out there, you know, disassembling a full custom Shiro. I really don't know. Honestly, I think there's no video at the moment of any full custom being disassembled. So, yeah, let's go ahead and clean this mess. What is that, guys? I'm gonna do a little pull like so. I am going to just bring everything here to have a nice bath in the rubbing alcohol like so. Just soaking everything, some thick grease, whatever it was there, it is going to go away. So like a little puddle kind of thing, right? Like that. I'm just gonna grab the tweezers like so and just pushing these bearings out because we want them all nice and clean, like there, and these as well. So, and we're gonna examine these rollers in a second up close, right? So let's do that. So I like to soak them. You see, they leave the residue back, the black stuff. You see, that's left back. It's just that. All right, so that is fine. There's one that tried to escape right over there. Let's see if we can just dry them like this. Here we go. This guy, it's over here. Hey. So now we get these two fellas, which are left out. Let's just dry them. 1, 2. Very, very dirty, of course. So I'm gonna clean also the surface here. What I'm gonna do is another little soak, because I feel there's some extra grease that's left there. We're gonna check it in a second. So just having this guy soaked like that, it's pretty good. And here, like another little bit, just to give an extra clean service to this gorgeous one. Here you go. Nice and extremely nice. So check it out, guys. Very cool multi-row roller bearing system going on. So now we are ready. Everything is clean, ready to go back. So in this situation, you know what, I'm gonna start from the show side with the pivot in, so you can just center and key in the pivot. Then you gotta remember the spacer right there. Then you get the cage. All right. Now, right over here, you can do something like this, for example, like to block the accessibility right to the pivot. But in this case, you know what? We can wait and just start with a couple of tweezers and just start with one and just orient it like so. It just goes inside, right? So you have to just grab it like this, perpendicular to the tweezers, and with another set of tweezers, you can just help yourself and just push this roller down like so. If it doesn't, yeah, I was very lucky in this case. Sometimes you can just grab it like this and just like that, you see? It goes very nicely. Sometimes they are attracted together, so you just break the thing. And if that happens, you just take it back and you again start to redump that roller. You see, if it does like that, just don't worry. Just take it out, straighten it up, and then you can just drop it down. So this is next, you see, like so. Now you see, it doesn't want to go because the tolerances are pretty tight, guys. So, and also I had like 3 coffee. So you can see that my hand is not as stable as usual. And there's like a lot of degrees in this room, so it's very warm. So I'm starting to sweat. Also, I don't want to scratch, ruin anything, of course. So I'm just being extremely careful with my movement. And that is why you might see some trembling in my hands, but it's not because you see, here you go. I'm just being extremely careful, guys, because I mean, in this is just like a Zen exercise, actually, as you can see. It's a little bit harder than the custom division because they are arranged just in a single row roller. Here you have multi-row, which are kind of staggered. You see, they're not like they are multi-row in the sense that they are on 2 rows. You have one internal, one external row, and by doing so, you pretty much increase the lateral stability of the knife. because you have more surface that is making contact with that washer underneath. So here I'm going to do 4 drops, all right, of 10 weight nano oil. I'm just going to do a little bit of that just to spread that nano love around. Next up, we can do the pivot like so and just make sure that it's locked in and keyed in like that. Over here, we're going to do this to this side. We're going to do this right over here. So right now, this fella is going to be like this. Okay. This guy is the stop pin, which just goes there. So right now, you see the pivot is smaller than that. So I'm tempted to bring this over here, but I'm going to do a sandwich instead. And I'm going to use, hopefully, the surface tension that I can create with the nano oil after I installed all these bearings. All right. So let's see first if I can just put these guys back. Should be able to. And also there's these things, like, I don't know if you notice, but always seems that these are not enough for the holes that I'm seeing. I'm like, oh my God, I probably lost some rollers, and that's probably not ideal, right? It wouldn't be nice to lose these little cylinders, because first of all, I have no idea where I could grab some. Probably directly at Shirogorov. Maybe they know that people like to, take them apart and tend to lose them sometimes, because these are little things that it's very easy that you can lose that. I mean, and also, I wanted to share that if you go on Shirogorov.com, they just released a pretty cool article, actually, on how to disassemble properly a Shirogorov. And yeah, to my surprise, I noticed something pretty cool that I didn't know. So if you see this set of tweezers, this is copper, so highly conductive material. And if you warm it up, you can use this to melt pretty much the Loctite in the pivot screw just by opposing this tool to the pivot for like some time after it's warmed up, of course. And that's gonna melt the Loctite that you find especially in the newer Shiro. And it's a fantastic way, and I didn't think about that. And usually you use like a heat gun, and that is it. But that is actually something that you can try yourself, because you're gonna localize the heat only on the pivot, whereas with the heat gun you're just blasting heat on all the knife. You know what I mean, right? Alrighty, guys. We are ready to rock and roll. This guy is ready. Just spreading the nano love. This fella, he's here. This fella is probably ready to go. And let's do it, guys, slowly. Ta-da! All right. Let's see. Perfect. We see probably, you guys hear a little bit of work in the background now. It's just a bunch of workers trying to make it into my video. So they made it, yeah. That's very good. Hopefully it's not too distracting, but still we are done. This is not super tight. I'm just gonna do that in a second. And right over here, just the clip goes in place. So this fella is over here, like so. I'm just gonna go with the hand placement and very, very gently just tightening the clip screw which goes into the scale, and like so. Let me do an extra tightening bit. So this is done. So here we are. Let me see if we can just tighten a little bit this pivot, maybe a little bit more. Blade is absolutely dead center. Maybe it's a little bit too tight. So just a smidge less. Still blade is centered. And now we are officially in business, guys. We can actually safely say that this is one of the greatest, smoothest actions on a knife, guys. Gorgeously smooth. I don't know what else to say. There you have it, Shirogorov full custom F7 disassembled and maintained check. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.